Hey guys, here. So I'm gonna do a meta report today, where we're gonna go through the popular things you'll have to know how to stop, and you'll have to know how to beat, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. There is gonna be the quarterback unsackable glitch in this video, as so many other YouTubers have shown it off. I sent it to EA in a tweet, and it looks like somebody said it's already patched on PC, so I expect it to come in a patch very shortly here for Xbox and PlayStation, unless something else is up. But let's go through what's popular online right now. I'm going to start in iForm because this is kind of what's taken over. Either iForm Pro, slot, tight. This is in the West Coast. I'm currently on offense. I'm going to show the other side. There's a few different playbooks. Not everything is in one playbook, so that's why it's kind of a problem. So I'm going to show you also like how I beat some of them things too. So it'll be hopefully interesting for you guys. So stretch alert bubble is what we're seeing right now. And then how I beat it is cover 4 drop show 2. Pretty simple stuff. You do not baseline it though, right? So the reason this is so good is because Hightower stays out here and he stays with that guy there. So this is how I kind of do it. So basically you user the stretch, and then if they throw it, you got that guy right there, and either it's a pick or it's just a sack or tackle right there. So that's how you don't even have to pass commit, don't do nothing. So basically all your resources are dedicated to stopping the stretch. These guys, you can even, like, if you need to, throw them out there. You can even like put them, I don't know, right there. Obviously, you can shade underneath too. So shade underneath, put him in a curl, and then move this guy like maybe out here, and then you could use either the backside here on this safety because he's not really doing much. Obviously, if they throws like a verticals at you, you'll have to take care of that. But otherwise, backside middle linebacker is always a strong place to be too. So that's kind of where it is. There's a hard flat, cloud flat over there in case they maybe run a corner route. You might have to use it if they can get over your cloud flat, which many of them do. But here it is. So you go over here, stop that. So basically, see how that was locked down. And that's how you stop that stretch. Pretty simple, right? Not that many adjustments. You don't even need to go as adjustment. You can just run it stock, right? You don't even have to do anything. So that's popular, right? Stretches are popular. So if they play it out, though, if they play out the stretch, if they let that go, you got to swing around it. Stretches are very good this year. What I like to do against them, even in like other form, I form close out of like the Saints is super popular. I've seen. What I like to do is like take those guys, put this guy outside here, depending on what play they're in. They could be like there's also single back toss is popular. You bring down this safety, maybe like over here so he stays outside, so you get some depth out there. And then kind of this guy, you're either a cutback artist to find a hole, you kind of mirror that running back, so depending on where they go. Otherwise, you got to get outside right there. It looked like we played pretty pathetic at that. You can also, like I say, call it cover 2 if you know it's just a stretch. But because it's, we know the bubble alert's coming there, we got to play that guy over there in that little route. So otherwise, like I say, you can always just blitz him off the edge too. Help there, get him wide, and then go at it like this. So there you go. Oop, he just missed my user. I'm trying to do it with 2 hands here. But that's kind of how you play the stretch. It's really tough. You click on the right 3, remember the R3 to bring him down immediately, or bring these guys and attack the line of scrimmage right at snap, if you remember that from my other tip video. Let's keep it moving though. We don't want to stay on one meta too long. The next one I want to go through, it's kind of like corner routes from tight sets. Now, I'm not very familiar with the West Coast, so only certain corner routes work. So I'm going to just try out like the Z-spot corner route, and then say you come out in like a nickel. Some corner routes beat man coverage better than others. So you come out in cover 2. So what you do is like this is pretty meta right here. Oops. I have Brady here because of the hot route chemistries. But this will beat cover 2 fairly easily. So this is pretty meta right there. Even cloud flats. We get exposed right there. That's pretty important in order to guard them. So how do you guard them? Generally, what I like to do, and a big portion of my audience, if they're or my defense, if they're in like bunch or something, I'll play a press man, and then I'll make this guy B, playing a quarter outside, right stick to the right, and then I'll reman up B. I shade over the top so I don't get beat over the top. And then I can either you can QB spy one of these guys. I like to rush 3 out of like a dollar set, so I should have came out in dollar instead. But this is kind of what I like to do. This is the setup. So no matter what they run, that corner routes there, it was a little guarded right there. The corner routes played a little bit better by man. Or you put that guy in a purple. But out of bunch, I'm more afraid of the vertical because verticals on bunch. Gun bunch has got a very powerful vertical route, so no matter what you're in, this vertical is just going to beat any type of defense. So this is why I had the man press. Cover 2 man, put him in a quarter, put him manning up on B just in case he runs another route. But that quarter is to stop this action right here. So when they motion him out there against Vert's bunch, it's just not there, right? You go there. You can also put him like a deep third, but like if you try to throw that, that's 2 guys there that are gonna pick it. So There you go. Easy to solve once you know the proper adjustment. That's how I've been facing it, then kind of using the rest of it. So whatever other adjustments they put on the field against you to beat it. So basically, corner routes and vertical routes are meta on offense. I see a lot of split close coming back, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Another good thing that I've seen a lot of people do against, say, like heavy man coverage, especially like a blitz or something, right? So like say it's a heavy blitz, and they just like max protect. If you throw a curl, this is pretty... Oop, wrong curl. If you throw a curl here, and then you throw it low, I wish Harmon would get out of the way. That's catchable against man coverage. So I see a lot of that. Low curls, low passes seem to be the powerful thing. Last year was high point passes. High point passes are nerfed a little bit. They just got buffed in the last patch, but low curls just all around the field are very important. So right here, and okay, sorry, that was zone coverage, not man. But like if it's zone, you gotta read the opening, right? Don't throw it into zone. So anyways, otherwise the powerful things are like Tom Brady, like Kurt Warner on his little route here. Do you see how like let's see, like something like this? I don't know. Edelman and Thomas on those corner routes and those post patterns, super powerful. Those things beat man and zone. So those things are very glitchy. You're gonna see that a bunch. People just have two guys going on post patterns. These are kind of like the new crossers. Obviously Gordon needs to be motioned into a slot apprentice. So these are slot apprentice routes that are super meta and super good. You basically want one of these on your field if you're going to face man coverage, and you'll face a lot of man coverage because these things torch man coverage. Let me show it to you against, cover 2 man press. All right, so there it is, cover 2 man press, and now watch these things just roast it, right? So, okay, drag roasted it. The in routes, post, like that's just all open, right? I threw it late, but you saw it. So you're going to face that. Those are the new crossers this year, slot apprentices, or Kurt Warner throwing that later on. Maybe we get a more mobile guy that can also get the hot route master ability at quarterback. So that's part of the meta also. The defensive meta, I'll switch before I'll come back to QB blast and the glitch with the quarterback untackleable. I want to go to defense. Basically, in defense, you're seeing mid blitz or pinch buck O. So we'll show pinch buck O. This hasn't changed since I did the first meta report. This is one thing that's basically stayed the whole year. Gun bunch weak. A good way of beating this is through those, similar man mesh concepts solid. If you can do this. So this is a good concept against these heavy man blitzes. You block, you max protect. You can always motion in other guys. Right there, Edelman got open. But otherwise, see how that post pattern wouldn't get that much separation in man coverage? I'll show it to you. So this post pattern right here in mesh post, he got a little bit of separation. It's pretty good. You could have thrown that. A user might see that sometimes and be there, but otherwise you can do this in any route that you have a slot apprentice, as long as the difference between slot apprentice and outside apprentice, if you can throw a hitch on it, it's slot apprentice. If it throws a smoke screen, you have to do the wide apprentice. The wide apprentice isn't worth it. So like, all right, watch that right there. Cover 2 man press. Wait, it was a man blitz already. But basically, drags, motion slants. Did you see how they got kind of like interacted with right there? So they get interacted right there. But if you do a motion slant, so say I slant Edelman right here, and I motion him across, look how much he'll get a lot more spacing like this because he can't be bumped. Just watch out for users, obviously. So that's a good way of beating that. So mid blitz. So basically a heavy blitz is what we're seeing a lot on defense. Setting it up, you're using. You sometimes see these people just blitz them, right? They blitz, what is it, 7 right now? They blitz all the linebackers. Sometimes they'll blitz 8, and then just kind of like hope they can guard them quick enough. They'll press over here, shade over the top so they don't get beat over the top. So they'll just blitz 8. They get man coverage. They expect you to block your running back and tight end. Then they'll man up RB. So basically you can throw like, if you can get the ball out quick enough, which is tough with this year's things, you can like maybe put him on a flat route and then streak RB if they're going to blitz 8 on you. So basically you have this. Oh, wait. I said streak RB and then maybe just a drag right there. I don't know, something like this. You can motion across Thomas, or you can motion block Thomas too. It's like this, so that way they have to make a choice with their user, either the flat route or the streak route. Something like that too also works. But basically you have to play like a chess game at that point, a really tough, fast chess game. Sometimes they'll even switch their man coverage blitz. So if they're in pinch bucko, like I said, blitzing all their linebackers like this, even maybe blitzing him or something. They'll hover a guy too. But you're playing like a mental game. Sometimes maybe they'll even put him. Maybe they'll do something like this. So they'll switch to man coverage or zone coverage over there, and hope you don't realize it's man or zone coverage. So, but you can throw man and zone beating routes out there, corner routes, drags, slants. Like I said, the corner routes beat zone coverage. So there's a lot of things to do, but heavy man blitzing is big. Also, you can run the stretches around it are great too. Next up, you see a lot of dollar cover one man. So dollar, something like, where I missed it. Cover one press right here. Cover one robber press like this, and then we'll just go like spread double flex, something like that. So they go like here, the press, shade outside, shade over the top, and then they put this guy into a curl flat, this guy into a curl flat, and then use this guy. So it's kind of like this. It's kind of like Madden 17 Scum D is very meta right now. It's hard to do anything because a lot of out corner routes, a lot of people used to beat man coverage aren't there to do the curl flats. The curl flats also are nice playing drag routes and stuff like that because they'll be able to rally once the pass is thrown. So it's all you have to do is use your guard, like deep beating routes on the man coverage, either post patterns, double moves, anything crazy that got past you, any speed differentials. But you basically need top end corners with top end speed in order to cover this. So that's why it's so important to have those kinds. So they just like watch this stuff. So you look for it. Y is kind of open, but I think a click on will get there. You also need 3 defensive star abilities. So that's basically the meta right now. 3 defensive star abilities on the D line. Super important. Out of dollar, you also see a little bit of contain blitzes. Something like this or any type of blitz. As long as the corner's on a contain and the defensive, this is the same thing that we've seen from like 17 or 18. This stuff is the exact same. So you can do whatever you want here. You can even like crossman. Crossman is not as effective this year. I don't know if they'll patch it or not, but these are very hard for the offense to pick up. So I blocked a running back. We'll see if this can get home like this. So it actually picked up pretty easily. I think it might be because of I didn't actually call the right blitz. I called just a straight cover 2. So we'll call the blitz. We'll call the actual blitz and we'll set it up. But that's kind of it kind of glitches out the offensive line on this DB Fire 2. So here I'll actually call it gun. I don't know, what are we gonna call? Y corner. Oh, I don't know, level switch. So then you QB contain, slide these guys in. You see this a little bit. You don't see this that often though. So it is what it is. I think the QB blocking really does knock this out of the park. But here it is. I'll block the running back, and we'll blitz them. Sometimes even hovering in the middle is good too. Like I say, hovering's great. Didn't get around there. Actually did not get around there. It wasn't effective at all. But I'm just saying you'll see it. I'm not saying it's the most effective thing. You also see a little bit of palms. Like you saw in my video on how to glitch out, the 3 minutes of glitching out Madden. Palms is beat through a lot of like double moves. There's some issues also with switch routes. I don't know exactly which ones to run in this book. But let's just say something like, actually I like this one. We'll do the skinny post streak. So this stuff should beat palms. It did last year. Yeah. So a flat route and a streak route still beats palm this year. So you do see palms because it stops corner routes better than quarters, but it's inconsistent at best. It does pretty decent against bunch because like I'll just run it stock like this. Do you see how like man matches? And it's very hard to complete that against a man match, depending on the concept. But some concepts absolutely roast it. And then, of course, you'll always see a little bit of cover 3 stock. That's just kind of how the game is. Some people only like cover 3 stock, so they'll even throw those into cloud flats. This is generally beaten with the cloud flats, just by like straight like seam routes right now work. Later on in the year, this won't work. Sorry, Edelman in a seam, something like that. Because they go out there, so you just shoot! I tried to snap throw it, but for some reason it didn't take my input. Seam routes work against that later in the year when cards get faster, not as effective. But cover 3s are beaten through a variety of methods, floods, high lows, the traditional ways. Maybe we'll do a video on beating cover 3 itself. All right, let's get into the glitch of the QB power and the fake handoff stuff. All right, so you also see a little bit of heavy Panther before we get into the glitch. A little bit of QB blast, QB power, halfback base type of thing. So if you get a mobile quarterback, especially in regs like Lamar Jackson, so you play the QB blast right here out of the heavy Panthers. Panthers playbook, 3-4. We'll just go to cover 4, drop show 2. And then so watch how quickly Lamar Jackson, because he gets the fast break chem, how quickly he gets to the line of scrimmage. So he goes there. Then all you do is kind of work your way through there. So that is very powerful. And it is something that is pretty terrible to deal with, because right off the bat, you can go any way you want, right? You can go over here. But you got to have a good run stick. And quarterbacks also fumble. So make sure you hit RB, I guess, before you take a hit. But this is fairly powerful, getting a few yards. But a hit stick will kind of ruin your day if you're not holding, especially if you're not holding RB. But like, so you can just read the defense and go either way. Make a few moves. So heavy Panther, you are going to see that a little bit in the meta. You're not seeing it as much. I think Young and Luck can both get it, but a lot of people just put Escape Artist instead on their quarterback. So that's in the meta. Just know that. Again, Panthers playbook. Next up will be the fake handoff issue. Hey, this is Go Facts After the Fact. Sorry, I forgot to say how I shut it down, or a decent way of doing it is a man blitz like this, where we cover all those gaps and they react well to the quarterback blast. Try and get a hit stick on the quarterback and make them fumble. Secondly, if they're having trouble, they'll just low throw those corner routes. Low thrown corners are pretty powerful too, so try and pick them with your user. All right, here we go. All right, the next issue, the Chicago Bears offensive playbook has this one play. I don't know what else it's in. I think this is issue in multiple playbooks. You can check on your own. But PA zone, fake jet, tight slots. This is like the untackleable quarterback glitch that you've seen around. So here, what you do, you put the running back in any other route. So I'll show the play stock. Here's a play stock. So you swing him, do whatever. Apparently this was patched on PC already, so it's not going to be an issue too much longer, I don't think, on console. But you do this, then hold the left stick to the left. Apparently is what happens. And then once you got it like this, you can't be. Oh wait, I just flipped back. So you need to hold the left stick to the left, and apparently it takes some practice if you need to do it correctly. But here it is. Now I'm untackleable. Control batteries are low, and so is the defensive tackling. So there you go. You just go around here. You just run all you want. They got a spy in the field. Ooh, I got tackled. Apparently, like, I guess if you go back like that, and if you look at them straight up, you can get tackled. But here, I think there's certain ways you can and certain ways you can't get tackled. Let's try it again. So apparently, like this, you can't get tackled. So don't get tackled like this. But maybe if you hit them like straight on. Nope, not that way. Maybe it's if you rotate back like this. I don't know. There's some way of not getting tackled. Some way that we're able to tackle. Maybe the user can tackle me. There, I just got tackled. So there are ways to get tackled still, but it's still a glitch. Hopefully EA fixed it. Again, you just audible RB to the right. It's something I've already sent in and it's already been patched, so don't hate me. But you got to hold it to the left. Just FYI. So then, boom, get off me. And then you just, there you go. Once you pass the line of scrimmage, though, you can get tackled, but this is Lamar Jackson, so it's very hard to. There it is. That is showing up online, unfortunately. It will probably be there for another few days into next week. But that's the meta report for today. Let me know what you guys are seeing online. Hopefully no more glitches. I'm sure the meta will warp completely when we see the next competitive tournament, whatever they got there. But that's it. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.